starting to come to fruition through these courts. If our intelligence community in this country is being politicized, that is very clearly, for obvious reasons, dangerous.
And Emily, to that point, I mean, a lot of people waking up, looking at this press release, looking at these reports and saying, why was it the DNI went to the Justice Department? To Cal's point, the Justice Department as an institution is being regarded in a totally different way than it has been in the past. That's going to give a lot of people pause here, that clearly the DNI, his staff, thought something was untoward here, or worrisome here enough that they wanted to seek outside counsel. Strange, to say the least, that outside counsel they seek is from the Justice Department.
Very strange. I mean, my first thinking upon seeing this was, well, who is it going to in the Justice Department? And are they a political appointee or are they career? Like, we're just seeing an erosion of trust in institutions that we should have trust in because of this loyalty to the president, because this is the litmus test that he uses. And that is concerning. I mean, in my opinion, the Justice Department, Department of Homeland Security have become so heavily politicized that it's hard to trust their judgment. It's hard to trust who they're trusting, who they're seeking counsel from, and who they will and will not prosecute. I mean, we hear that Trump still wants to he keeps bringing back up Clinton and Obama. Right. I think he wants to go back after them.
Christine Quinn, Cal mentioning the deadline for all of this to happen by September the 17th. Here we are again, where Congress is placing demands on the executive branch, on the administration. Your sense of where things go from here in light of what we've seen. This is a tall stone wall that's been built.
Absolutely, and I think what Emily got to the point, which is really correct. It all goes back to your first question around Bolton. His appointees or acting appointees or survivors are so obsessed with making it okay in his eyes, they'll create loopholes in laws that simply do not exist. I think we're going to end up in the courts again. They're going to not follow the deadline. They're not going to meet what the chairperson wants. We're going to end up in the courts.
Can I just say, as somebody who worked inside the federal government, you're afraid of the IG at all times. The fear of breaking federal law was overwhelming when I worked in the federal government. I used to walk around with a team of lawyers, and when I look back all the way to like Jared Kushner filling out that SF-86 and constantly amending it. And
amendments, by the way. Amendments. What is that called? Just not telling the truth.
Before this administration, if you had done that, you would have lost your job. That's as simple as that gets.
In city government, I used to fill out my conflict of interest board form, same thing, with my general counsel sitting next to me.
Overwhelming fear of breaking
and you're like
law.
sweating. Yes. Yeah, you're sweating.
Very much a developing story. Kyle Cheney, who reports for Politico on this, is going to join us in the next hour to give us some more detail, what we know about this request from Chairman Schiff coming up in the next hour. All right, up next, how Marianne Williamson plans to break away into the next Democratic debate, scheduled for October. The 2020 contender going to join us next from California.
The King and Queen are coming to Downton.
What?
From creator Julian Fellows.
A royal